Curly Howard, born Jerome Lester Horwitz on October 22, 1903, in Brooklyn, New York, was part of a working-class Jewish family. While his brothers, particularly Moe, were more assertive and outgoing, Curly had a quiet, shy demeanor offstage. However, he had a natural gift for making people laugh, something that would ultimately define his life. His comedic genius was rooted in physical humor and improvisation, though he had no formal training in acting. Curly was not the typical show business child. He worked various jobs and performed in local theater productions, where he honed his slapstick skills. This foundation in comedy, combined with his boundless energy and expressive face, helped Curly transition seamlessly into the world of film, eventually becoming an iconic member of the Three Stooges. Joining the Three Stooges? In 1932, Curly Howard joined the Three Stooges, replacing his brother Shemp Howard, who had left to pursue a solo career. Curly had a full head of wavy auburn hair at the time, but Moe and Ted Healy, the trio's leader, suggested he shave his head for a more distinctive look. Curly reluctantly agreed, and the clean-shaven look became iconic. His comedic persona, marked by a high-pitched voice, exaggerated facial expressions, and unforgettable catchphrases like nyuk, 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 and woo, 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 resonated with audiences immediately. Curly's physical comedy was unmatched, and his routines often involved pratfalls, wild gestures, and outlandish expressions which captured the hearts of fans. His childlike innocence and unpredictable antics made him a beloved figure in the world of slapstick comedy. Rise to fame in Hollywood's golden era. Curly Howard's career soared during the Three Stooges' golden years at Columbia Pictures from 1934 to 1946. During this time, Curly starred in nearly 100 short films with the trio, many of which are now considered classics of American comedy. Iconic films like Punch Drunks, 1934, Disorder in the Court, 1936, and A Plumbing We Will Go, 1940, became beloved by audiences for their rapid-fire gags and Curly's signature physical comedy. He was often the centerpiece of the Stooges' routines, and his playful, mischievous demeanor elevated the group's slapstick humor into an art form. Fans were captivated by Curly's blend of innocence, chaos, and impeccable timing, which made him a standout performer in an era known for its vaudeville-inspired humor. Curly's comedic brilliance was not just in his physicality, but in his ability to bring life to absurd and outrageous characters. The turbulent personal life of Curly Howard Curly. Howard's personal life was marked by instability, emotional struggles, and a series of turbulent relationships. His first marriage, before his rise to fame with the Three Stooges, lasted only 5 months and ended in divorce. This early failure contributed to a pattern of short-lived relationships, as Curly often sought validation and affection through fleeting romantic connections. On June 7, 1937, Curly married Elaine Orr, marking his second marriage. This union lasted longer and produced a daughter, Marilyn, in 1938. However, despite their daughter's birth, the marriage deteriorated due to personal differences and the demands of Curly's career. In 1940, they divorced, a significant emotional blow for Curly. This marked the beginning of a period of physical and emotional decline, with Curly struggling to cope with the pressures of his personal and professional life. Health decline and struggles with weight and hypertension. Following his second divorce, Curly's health began to deteriorate. He had always been prone to fluctuations in his weight, but during this period he gained a significant amount of weight, which concerned both his family and colleagues. This change in his appearance was accompanied by hypertension, a condition that worsened with time. The stress of his career, the demanding schedules, and the constant pressure to perform took a toll on Curly's physical and mental health. During the years of World War II, when the Stooges toured across the country to entertain military personnel, the physical demands became even more grueling. The constant travel, multiple shows per day, and the pressure to keep performing despite his worsening health only exacerbated Curly's condition. His fatigue, high blood pressure, and other health issues became more noticeable, yet he continued to push himself, driven by his commitment to the act and the camaraderie of his fellow Stooges. Escapism and reckless behavior. Offstage, Curly sought refuge from his physical and emotional pain through excessive indulgence in food, alcohol, and fleeting romantic relationships. Although Moe Howard, his brother and the de facto leader of the Three Stooges, enforced strict guidelines against drinking during performances, Curly often sought escape in nightclubs and bars after shows. These indulgences only served to deepen his physical breakdown. In addition to his unhealthy coping mechanisms, Curly developed a reputation for reckless financial habits. Despite earning a good income, he spent his money carelessly, lavishing it on expensive meals, alcohol, jewelry, and property purchases. His impulsive spending brought him close to bankruptcy multiple times. Moe stepped in to help manage Curly's finances, ensuring that his brother didn't fall into complete financial ruin. Moe's support, both professionally and personally, was a testament to the deep bond the brothers shared. Compassion for animals and the pursuit of stability. Despite his chaotic lifestyle, Curly Howard had a deeply compassionate side, particularly when it came to animals. He found solace and comfort in the companionship of dogs, often adopting stray animals during his travels with the Three Stooges. Curly's affection for dogs was well known, and he frequently brought them along on the road, even when his colleagues were surprised by the sight of him traveling with several animals. This bond with animals provided Curly with moments of peace in an otherwise turbulent life. In an effort to stabilize his life, Moe encouraged Curly to find a stable romantic partner. Acting on this advice, Curly entered into a whirlwind romance with Marion Buxbaum, whom he married on October 17, 1945. Unfortunately, the marriage quickly unraveled, and the couple divorced just 9 months later, leaving Curly emotionally devastated. The stroke that ended his career. In 1946, as Curly's health continued to decline, he suffered a massive stroke while filming the short Half-Wits Holiday. At the age of 42, this stroke marked the end of his career as a full-time member of the Three Stooges. Many fans believe the stroke was a one-time health setback, but further investigation reveals that Curly had been experiencing transient ischemic attacks, mini-strokes, for years prior, which were ignored or misattributed. The physical and cognitive toll of his declining health was compounded by the studio's disregard for his well-being. Instead of allowing Curly to rest and recover, Columbia Pictures pushed him to continue working, fearing the trio's success would falter without him. Moe Howard, ever the protector, tried to advocate for his brother, but the studio's demands outweighed his influence. Final years and a loving support system. After his stroke, Curly Howard's health deteriorated rapidly. He spent his final years in near obscurity, moving between care facilities and brief stays with family members. Despite the pain and confusion, Curly attempted a brief comeback with a cameo in the 1947 short Hold That Lion, but his once vibrant personality was gone. His physical and mental decline was evident, and further strokes left him incapacitated. He passed away on January 18, 1952, at the age of 48. The news of his death was reported in the press, but his contributions to comedy were largely forgotten by the public. Curly's final years were marked by a deep sense of loss, but he found some solace in his last marriage to Valerie Newman, who remained by his side through his struggles. Together they had a daughter, Janie, who brought Curly joy and a renewed sense of purpose. The truth behind Curly Howard's decline. Recent revelations from family archives and medical records have finally shed light on the mystery surrounding Curly Howard's rapid decline. The beloved comedian's erratic behavior and sudden mood swings were symptoms of undiagnosed mental health issues, potentially bipolar disorder or another neuropsychiatric condition. His struggles were exacerbated by heavy alcohol use, which he relied on to cope with the pressures of fame and personal turmoil. Tragically, the studio system of the time failed to provide Curly with the medical support and rest he needed. Instead, his condition was ignored or covered up in order to keep him performing for the sake of profits. Moe Howard's efforts to intervene were ultimately not enough to save his brother from the relentless demands of the entertainment industry, a legacy of laughter and tragic loss. Curly Howard's legacy as one of the most iconic figures in American comedy remains intact, but the truth about his personal struggles forces us to view his life in a new light. For decades, fans have cherished the infectious laughter and physical antics that Curly brought to the screen. But behind that comedic brilliance was a man who suffered from deep emotional and physical hardship. The recent revelations about his life paint a sobering picture of neglect, stigma, and the high cost of fame in an era that prioritized entertainment over well-being. In the end, Curly's story is not just one of laughter, but also one of vulnerability, reminding us that even those who make the world smile often hide the deepest pain.